Well, Aileen, it is very, very nice to meet you. Do you go through life having people mispronounce your name most of the time?
Yes. Well, not most of the time, but sometimes, somebody will call me Aileen or Aileen or Eileen or something,
But it is Aileen.
Aileen, that's
for
it.
the record. You won this role of Annie over thousands of little girls, and as a matter of fact, in Dallas we had the big Annie tryout, and lots of young ladies showed up for that. And now you won the role, you're on the big screen, and you're a star. And I just wonder, Aileen, are you ready for that kind of fame, or are you starting to feel some of the pressure that goes with fame?
Well, I don't think of myself as a star. I just think of myself as, Aileen Quinn, having a lot of fun, because I've had a lot of fun doing the movie, but I don't really think of myself as a star.
Is there anything that your parents have told you about saying things now like, Aileen, I don't want you to get the big head, or have they given you any of those little talks?
Well, no, not really, because I know all about that, and I don't really think I'll ever get a big head, because I don't think of myself as a star or anything, and I'm just having a lot of fun with what I'm doing, so I don't think I'll ever get a swollen head, hopefully.
When you were you were always standby, weren't you, for the orphans on Broadway, or did you actually play the orphans?
Oh, I played them. I was the understudy still, but, I'd go on for them whenever somebody would get sick. I was called the swing orphan.
The swing orphan?
Yeah, and I had to know 5 of their parts, and the reason they called me the swing, I think, was because I had to, swing in and out of the parts and all the roles. So that's what they called me.
Did you ever see any of the child actors at that time that did get the big head?
Not really. I did meet Andrew McGardle and Shelley Bruce and Sarah Jessica Parker and everybody, but they seemed very nice to me. I don't think they ever got a swollen head. To me, they're very nice.
In the movie, we get to see the most magnificent house, and I understand that it had 130 rooms. Is that right?
I think that's right. I didn't count. It was a big house, and well, actually it's a college now. And it was humongous, and it was beautiful, though, with all the marble stairs and the statues, and there's a stained glass ceiling. So it was pretty big.
Do you think, Aileen, you'd ever like to live in a house like that?
Well, it'd be kind of hard to adjust to, because my house is not really small, but it's certainly not as big as that. That was humongous. I'd have to adjust to it, I think. I don't think I could ever live in it. It's so big. To go down the stairs, you'd have to walk so long. Get a good exercise.
And just find your way around would be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I read that you're a good mimic. Is that true?
Well, I do like to imitate people sometimes, just to be funny. I think I mimic people pretty good.
Who do you mimic good?
Well, see, I don't really have a mimic. I just like to imitate people, sometimes somebody will say something, my friend will say something really funny, and I'll repeat her or something, just once in a while. Or my mother, I'll tease her.
Was there anybody on the set that you could mimic, like Carol or Bernadette or Albert Finney or any of those?
Well, I like to, imitate everybody, the different way that everybody talked. I like to imitate sometimes.
How did Carol talk?
I'm not too sure. Pretty normal, I guess.
Can you say kill the way she'd say kill?
Oh, gosh. Well, I'll try. Kill, kill, she would say, with that. But she was much better at it than me.
Sometimes, Aileen, people, grown-ups as well, look at the screen and they see what fun it is, the singing and the dancing and the acting and all that. But we know, those of us who have been on movie sets, know that it's really hard work, isn't it?
Yeah, it is hard work, but I guess because I enjoy it so much that it really doesn't make it seem so hard, even though I really know it is. But, I'm really enjoying myself, so it doesn't seem too hard.
What was the hardest thing you had to do in Annie?
Well, some of the stunt work, like the bridge scene and the flip in the basket at the end of Laundry Basket, at the end of Hard Knock Life. Those 2 things were a little hard.
How much did you have to do on the bridge scene?
Well, on the real bridge that was sticking straight up, it was in Newark, New Jersey, so it was pretty dirty, the water and everything, so I was a little scared. It was actually 20 stories altogether, the bridge, and Bobby Porter, who was my stuntman, he climbed the whole thing, but I climbed 1 story of it, so that was a little scary. And then they built a two-story one, a bridge, in the sound stage, and I had to climb that. So it was a little scary too.
It sounds very scary to me.
Yes.
I think I would have been yelling for stuntman much sooner than you did. When you grow up, don't you love grown-ups who say to you, when you grow up, but I'm saying it, Aileen, forgive me. When you grow up, is there any actress you'd like to be like?
I don't really know too many actors and actresses, but I just like, being myself and doing it the way I feel I should do it, And the actors I worked with were really great, but, I think that I should do it my own way, the way I feel is best.
When you go to the movies, is there anybody you especially like to see?
Not really, because like I said, I don't really know too many people.
Do you go to movies much?
Not really. Only when I was filming, I saw a couple movies like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Superman 2 and 1, and Muppet Movie and things like that. So I don't really see too many either.
Are you a good student?
I think I'm a pretty good student. My report cards have been pretty good. On my last report card, I got all A's and 1 B+. So I think I'm a pretty good student.
What are your best subjects?
Yeah. Well, I think I'm pretty good at reading. I think that's my strongest because I'm a pretty good reader and everything, and I memorize things pretty well. So I'm more in that area, the reading area, with English and all that stuff.
Aileen, do you have any idea or clue as to why you were chosen over all the other girls?
Well, I did have training before this, since I was 4 and a half.
But some of them did too.
Yeah, but I really don't know why I got picked. I really don't, because I'm not Mr. Houston or anybody else that picked me. So I really don't know. I was really surprised when I found out.
Had you not been chosen, how would you have felt? Would you have cried?
Oh no, I was totally the opposite, because I said to myself, if I get it, then that's good, and if I don't get it, then that's still good. I was playing it by day, and if I didn't get it, I wasn't going to cry or be upset. I'd be happy for that girl who got it.
Aileen, you're just about the most well-adjusted actress I've ever talked with.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear, and continued good luck to you.
Thank you.
That was very nice.
Thank you.
A different background. Beautiful. Okay, so now, honey, you don't have to answer. I'm used to talking to the wind and wallpaper and everything else. Okay. I'll give you some reactions first. Okay, some questions. All right. Aileen, have you had any talks from your parents about getting the big head now that you're a star?
Do you want me to answer to you?
No, let me do that over.
Okay,
Okay,
sorry.
you just keep quiet. Okay. That's all right. Aileen, have you had any little talks from your parents about getting the big head now that you're a star? If you had not been chosen, how do you think you would have reacted? Would you have cried? Are you a good student? What are your best subjects? Okay. I hear you're a pretty good mimic. Who do you mimic? If you were going to mimic Carol saying kill, how would you do that? When you grow up, and don't you love grown-ups who say when you grow up? But when you grow up, is there any actress you'd like to be like? Do you go to movies very much? What are some movies you like? Aileen, in the movie, this house, I'm told, has 130 rooms. Would you like to live in a house like that? Just keep rolling. Okay. When you see a movie, it looks like everybody's having such a good time, but we know it's a lot of hard work. What's the hardest work you had to do in this movie? Were you ever scared at any time you were making this movie? What's the scariest thing you had to do in this movie? Okay, just keep rolling while I check. Okay, that's fine. We got it all. All right. Thank you all very much for your help.